Listen to Destiny. Who cares if his own wife gets by random men? It's not a big deal. It is insane to me. First of all, I am in an open relationship, and I've been in a relationship for 4 or 5 years. It is crazy to me the insecurity and the projection that you have to drool so much over my relationship choices when you're probably a virgin, right? You understand that the majority of people in red pill spaces join those spaces because they can't get girls, right? If you're a normal, well-adjusted guy and you've got a job, you don't go to red pill spaces. These are not spaces that are made for healthy, well-adjusted men. They're for losers looking for answers. So the fact that anybody from that space would try to attack me or my life or my relationships, like, bro, come on. Like, do you think maybe year 3 of this attack is finally going to get to him? Like, come on, dude.
Very interesting that if women warn other women about the types of men that exist, it's called empowerment. But if men warn other men on the types of women that exist, that's now called misogyny. Yeah, Destiny basically is he's going for a breakup. But he has been in an open marriage. Yeah, which means his wife was allowed to have sex with someone else, but he was also allowed to have sex with someone else. But apparently he was bisexual, so he could have sex.
Remember what I said last week?
Oh yes, there are no bisexual men.
Men, yeah, this is according to me and
According
my
to you,
stupid logic.
What are the rules?
So according to my rules, men cannot be bisexual. They can either be straight or they can be gay.
Listen to Destiny. Who cares if his own wife gets by random men? It's not a big deal. It is insane to me. First of all, I am in an open relationship, and I've been in a relationship for 4 or 5 years. It is crazy to me the insecurity and the projection that you have to drool so much over my relationship choices when you're probably a virgin, right? You understand that the majority of people in red pill spaces join those spaces because they can't get girls, right? If you're a normal, well-adjusted guy and you've got a job, you don't go to red pill spaces. These are not spaces that are made for healthy, well-adjusted men. They're for losers looking for answers. So the fact that anybody from that space would try to attack me or my life or my relationships, like, bro, come on. Like, do you think maybe year 3 of this attack is finally going to get to him? Like, come on, dude.
Red flag. This is the guy.
Okay.
Who is now allowing, or was allowing, another man or other men to bone his wife.
So this is Adam 22 Light.
Light. This is Adam 22. He used to have blue hair, the blue-haired version. Or he used to, he doesn't have it in this video, but he used to have blue hair. Would you allow a man to bone your wife?
No, I'd rather not. I mean, if that's my wife, yeah, I feel that only I should be having sex with her. That might sound crazy for that. That's just how
that's chauvinist. That's misogynistic.
Yeah, but I would say though that one theory I've heard about marriage is about monogamy is that it was, what's the roots of it? Because apparently our forefathers were polygamous.
Polygamous.
Yeah, so the village, anyone could sleep with anybody.
That's not what polygamy is.
No, but like that's what was happening in ancient societies. Apparently, like marriage is a kind of a new concept, and
I think there's always been a type of union between men and women. Call it what you want to call it, marriage, blah blah blah. But men and women have been yoked, you could say, to each other from the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, but with this guy, he's actually allowed another man or other men to dick his wife down and bone her and do the things that, in my personal point of view, only another man with a husband should be allowing his wife to do. But now it seems like he's paying for it. Seems like he's paying for it, and his woman right now is breaking up with him. And he was just on the stream a couple of days ago complaining that he had to wire someone $100,000 and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, Destiny, the red pill space tried to warn you about these things. They tried to warn you about these types of women. This woman was a woman that you allowed to be sexually intimate with other people. I don't know how people think that their woman or their man being allowed to be sexually intimate with other people is going to end well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of just trying to put myself in a headspace where that whole concept is okay. Yeah. And I'm saying, okay, cool. If we as a society were to allow our wives to be in sexual relations with other people and then still come back home to us, like, what's the benefits of this?
Well, this is the thing. It's for me, it's a very Western concept.
Marriage?
No, the fact wife swapping.
Yeah.
It's a very Western concept. It's been spoken about in the West for a very long time. They used to do that whole, what it is, car keys in a bowl and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you pick whatever car keys you picked is whatever woman you're going home with, and it could be somebody else's wife. I think the concept of swapping your wife or giving your wife to somebody else is a very Western concept that I'm just not down with. I don't care what people call me. You can call me misogynistic or whatever, but I'm not down with my wife being boned by someone else.
Let's try and rationalize this, okay, before we judge people who are into that.
Yes. I'm not well, I am judging.
No.
I don't think it's logical. But
yeah. Let's just say a lot of people get married like straight out of school, like or university. So let's just say you're 18 years old. At which point in life you probably haven't had much sexual experience, yeah, more than likely on average, right? So you meet somebody, they're really nice, you both like each other, you start dating, you're exclusive to each other, and then you end up getting married after you graduate,
right,
and so forth,
right,
and now you have children, and then before you know it, you're in your like mid to late 50s, and you realize I haven't really experienced other things sexually, and now's the time to do it, but I still love my partner, but I want to see other things. So that's when
are you on a steady road to decline once that happens?
Possibly.
Right.
I feel like people who are into that kind of stuff, I might be wrong, just like I said, trying to rush. If you haven't had much experience, if you haven't had many partners, whether sexual or not, like just been on many dates, met a lot of different people, if you've been stuck with one person for a long time, I feel like that's when you start thinking, hey, let me do this in a legal. I'm just trying to make sense of it.
You're trying to make sense of it. I don't think another man should be dicking down your wife.
I don't think so either.
I can't see the benefit of that. I'm gonna see you as used. I'm gonna see you as community vagina. I'm not gonna see you as mine. And essentially, if two people have quote unquote yoked themselves together, if they're supposed to both see each other as theirs, if that makes sense. Oh, excuse me. I don't know. I no longer see you as mine. And if I no longer see you as mine, that means I'm not gonna do the things that I'm supposed to do as your partner, because I don't even think you're mine. I might ask someone else to do it. Go and tell George to go and do it. Do you know what I mean? You would getting dick from him. Like, why would I do it? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. He tries to rationalize. And I want to play this next video, and I want you to watch his face in it.
One interesting aspect of your relationship is you're in an open relationship. What's that like? From a game theoretic simulation perspective, what went into that calculation? And like, how does that...
Like how that started? Or
yeah, how did that start? Sure.
The only relationships I've ever done has been open relationships since I was like in high school.
What is an open relationship, generally speaking? That means you have one main partner?
Non-monogamous relationship. Like you're somehow allowed, like in different ways, you can see other people sexually. But like there's one main... Yeah, or it doesn't have to be there for some people, but like I think it's probably easier, and we probably don't really have time or the energy for like more than like one person to like really like.
What about like emotional?
It's really complicated. There's a lot of complicated stuff going on under the hood there. I think broadly speaking, you've got like polyamorous relationships and you've got like open relationships, where polyamorous is like, oh, I've got like 3 different girlfriends and we all hang out or sometimes even live together, or 3 boyfriends, whatever. And then you've got like open relationships, which is like, oh, you know, like you can basically hook up with other people, and then you've got like your main relationship and that's it. I think ours is probably somewhere in the middle, of that, to where like we've got like long-term friends, some of them we hook up with, and that's kind of how it's a delicate dance that explodes every 6 months on itself.
So it does explode. You guys fight over it?
Whatever, some things, yeah.
Before we continue, she isn't bad looking, and I feel like maybe one way he had to secure the bag with her was to allow her. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it make sense. Say what you have to say.
Bro, did you see his face in that?
I saw the face.
He looked like a guy that had been. He looked like a child that had been sat down in the teacher's office, and he was by his parent, and the two parents were having a conversation, and the child was just like, I just got to listen to it. That guy, you could see from, and obviously it's just a perception. You could see that's not him. She's the one leading it. That's what it looked like. It looked like she was the one leading that relationship. She's the one telling him. She said that she's been having open relationships from high school. From high school?
That's crazy, man.
That's what she's been having. She's been having open relationships from high school. And then if she's been having open relationships from high school and he now wants to be with her, that means he's now got to get with her program. He's got to get with the way she does things. Hence the reason why now he's going through a breakup with her, because she decided to go and be with someone else.
Get down or lay down.
Get down or lay down with my type of philosophy. And now he's feeling it. Whereas before, he was all about, oh no, the red pill space is about guys who can't get girls. And that might be true. There might be some guys within the space that can't get girls, Jesse. Yeah, there might be, right? But essentially, the red pill manosphere space is for men to warn other men of the pitfalls of certain relationships, of certain women out there, of certain men's rights, all this kind of stuff. And he kind of shitted on that. And now I'm telling you, Destiny needs the red pill.